Insurance for when there's a hitch in the trailer hitch. Tennesseans know that sometimes life has its loose ends.
Good thing we had that trailer added.
Know that Farm Bureau Insurance is there to help. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
All right, good morning. Let me adjust myself. Let me get going. Let me adjust everything I got going here this morning. How are we doing this morning? Happy Friday. It's got a nice little ring to it. Good morning, Linda, Katrina, Lee, Cheryl, and Julie. What do we got going on this weekend? Any fun outdoor plans? Let me know. I want to start you off first things first with a cool time lapse from I don't know why my mic keeps muting there, but it does. Here we go. Pretty cool time lapse, though. Kind of the wind shifting here or there, all the way around. We had an outflow boundary swinging its way from south to north, and that's what helped to spark off some showers and thunderstorms. Up across upper East Tennessee, where we saw some pretty good thunderstorms and some flash flooding across parts of the Tri-Cities area. That's actually where we have some patchy, dense fog showing up first thing this morning. So do travel safely if you're going to be traveling up near the Tri-Cities area. Of course, I'll show you that here in just a second, but beautiful sunrise getting ready to take shape here today. Yay! Julie's off work today. Yay! I'm jelly, Julie. I'm jealous. I want a day off. Not really. I like working with you every day. I like being with you every day. One day, though. All right, so cool sunrise taking shape here this morning. Let's talk about those high temperatures from yesterday. Because of that outflow boundary coming on through, it actually dropped our dew points a little bit. So we didn't really verify officially our temp. Listen, I was going 94 yesterday. We only made it to 91, and the dew points dropped a little bit, bringing in those scattered showers and thunderstorms across upper East Tennessee. So, but it was still just plain hot. I mean, we still had heat indices pushing close to 100 degrees, and that's what we're going to have taking shape here throughout the day today. I've lost my clicker. There's my clicker to move my weather maps. Hey, Janet, how are you this morning? Rachel, Linda, good morning. All right, here we go. So there's the fog. Visibility is low. So if you have travel plans up down the I-81 corridor, Julie, do you have fog at your house? You have a beautiful view. Step outside. Are you out of bed yet, Julie? Or are you sleeping in? But if you get a chance to shoot me a fog picture, upload that to Witcher's Pictures. It'd be great to see that. But I do think some of you are going to be slowed down across the I-81 corridor. Morning temperatures, believe it or not, you step outside, it's still going to smack you in the face. We're in the 60s and 70s, but it's a wee bit cooler in some locations than what we were yesterday. And listen, we'll take every little possible break we can possibly take during these hot summer months, I should say. 87 by lunchtime. Heat indices are going to be pushed in the low to mid 90s, so still hot. Low 90s for forecast highs. Heat indices are still going to be pushing close to 100 degrees. However, heat advisory criteria is 105 degrees. So we'll go low 90s for high temperatures, heat indices pushing close to 100, and therefore heat advisory. So most of the area is not under a heat advisory. Now, Fentress and Cumberland County are under heat advisory, but they've got different criteria for heat advisory. Does that make sense? The Valley is 105 there. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to reach out to the National Weather Service in Nashville to see exactly what their criteria is for Crossville. But heat advisory for Fentress, Cumberland County, back in the middle Tennessee, up into Kentucky. So if you have travel plans, pack some extra water, some extra ice, pack a cooler, just in case. You don't want to get broken down on the side of the road. I know we have cell phones and stuff, and we can get help pretty quickly, but it's just too darn hot to be sitting outside. And again, if you work outside, I'm thinking about you every single day. I promise you I am. 88 by 6, 83 by 8, down to 77 degrees by 10 o'clock tonight. It's Friday. You know I love a good Friday night fire pit, but not going to do that tonight. Just too darn humid. But we do have showers and thunderstorms that are going to be with us for the evening commute. And like the last couple of days, some of those storms could become strong or severe. Damaging wind, locally heavy rainfall, could see some hail, maybe half an inch diameter. I don't think we'll see really extremely large hail, but we could see some hail out of some of these storms. Freezing levels are really high, but we've got a lot of instability, a lot of buoyancy in the atmosphere that's going to really shoot up some of these storms today again. So noon today, from now through noon, smooth sailing, swimming pools, chores, of course, just work, pick up your kid from camp, whatever it may be. You're doing just fine this morning. But here's what I'm going to say. So watch this. You remember the last couple of days, how I said the storms are really going to be they don't move much, right? Once they develop, they'll just kind of sit there and rain themselves out. Patsy, I hope you have a blessed weekend as well. They're just going to rain themselves out. Well, here's the deal. We actually have a little wave coming in from the southeast. So I think we actually have a better chance for seeing a little bit better coverage of rain and a little bit more movement of the storms off the Smoky Mountains. So generally speaking, if you live along the I-75, I-81 corridor in the valley locations, look off towards the mountains because I think that's where most of our storms are coming. Now, again, some of these outflow boundaries could develop a storm into the valley, but I think they're going to be pushing a little bit more further to the north and northwest. See what I'm talking about there? See how they're moving to the north and west? So I think that's going to be the general idea. More movement, better coverage of storms, torrential downpours, but look towards the mountains because that's where they're going to be coming from. Medium category for isolated damaging winds. That's this afternoon and into the evening hours. It is going to be a stormy evening commute, so plan accordingly. And speaking of which, if you're joining me on Facebook, you're heading off to work here soon, you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app, scan that QR code or just log on to easttnweather.com, or better yet, just go to your app store and search EastTN Weather, all one word. I had to yell at a friend yesterday. They sent me a picture of the wrong app. I said, don't send a weatherman who owns a weather app a picture of a different weather app. I'm gonna get on you for that. I'm gonna razz you for that in good fun, of course. I don't really care. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? Clear as mud, right? Anyways, so keep that in mind. What you're going to want to do is if you're at work, you're going to want to track these storms before you leave the office. And look at the interactive radar, which I'll walk you through again here if you want me to. It gives you past, current, and future radar based on what's going on right now. The future radar is great. I've been checking it over the last couple of days, and it really has pinpointed the storms just kind of lingering and not really moving anywhere. So again, we're going to see pockets and rounds of rain. Some of you are going to get a lot. Some of you may not get any. Some of you may get some. You may hear thunder in the distance. And if you see lightning but don't hear thunder, it is not heat lightning. There's no such thing as heat lightning. It's just that you can't hear the thunder because you're too far away. All right, moving right along. Because we have a water-loaded atmosphere, we are going to see extreme downpours. Yay! Happy Friday. Friday. Sorry, Aaron. Friday. What's up, Rick? So, yeah, again, extreme downpours with these. We've got a water-loaded atmosphere, but hold on a second because it becomes even more water-loaded as we get into our Monday, Tuesday. So, remember I talked about precipitable water the other day and say how the higher the precipitable water, which is the available moisture to precipitate out of the atmosphere, that gives us an idea of how heavy the rain could be. Well, our precipitable water over the next couple of days is going to be like 1.3 to 1.8. As we get into Monday, Tuesday, we're looking at that 1.8 to like 2.4. And as you get into the 2.4 range, as you get into 2 for precipitable water, I mean, those are extreme downpours. And so the National Weather Service will say, hey, listen, hold on a second. As we get into Monday, Tuesday, as a cold front approaches, we might have to watch for the potential for some flooding and flash flooding concerns. We'll keep you posted on that. We have a cold front coming on through, possibly Tuesday, which may start to slowly drop our dew points as we get into Thursday and Friday. I don't know why I just showed you 2 rounds of dew points, which if our dew points fall, that means our heat index comes down a little bit. That means the air feels a little bit more comfortable, and that means we may shut down the rain chances. I think I've got great news for the 4th of July, my friends. I do. As of right now, I'm going to go on a limb and say we're going to be a little bit drier, a little bit lower humidity, a ridge of high pressure, meaning maybe not as much rain. Subject to change for sure. It is only Friday. It is a week away. But as we get into our Saturday, pop-up showers and thunderstorms around our region. Getting into our Sunday, much more of the same. Pop-up showers and thunderstorms in the region. So if you're going to be heading off to the lakes, the swimming pools, keep in mind, or traveling, and you don't want to travel in the storms, start early, right? It's still warm out this morning. Hit the pools. Get the kids off to the pools. Head off to the lakes early in the morning on Saturday and Sunday. Embrace it. If you have a boat, you really want to get out to the lakes, and you're like, well, I really want to go to church. Listen, we're good. You could skip church for one weekend and then go on the lakes early in the morning so you can dodge the storms during the afternoon. Just throwing it out there. All right, 7-day forecast. Let's make sure this doesn't mess up. All right, there we go. It didn't mess up like the last couple of days. Upper 80s to low 90s. Average high is 88 degrees. That is our high temperature, and that's going to be with us for much of the summer. So our average high stays pretty hot for all summer long. Let me look ahead from the Climate Prediction Center. And again, we're going to be trending, there are some signals that we could be trending above average for the 4th of July. But we may, and again, I think from the 5th to the 11th, there are signals that we could be trending above average, but some of the latest model guidance is coming in saying we may actually be trending a little bit cooler. May see average temperatures for the 4th, but maybe lower humidity. Let me just get that out there. And again, I think just classic summertime thunderstorms will kind of be the story here. Let's take it to downtown Clinton here this morning. That's your forecast. Listen, if you need to get off to work, I hope you have a great day. Enjoy your Friday. Don't forget, Wake Up with Witcher starts off at 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday and Sunday morning, to help you plan accordingly for your weekend. So enjoy your day at work if you need to head off to work right now. That's a live look in downtown Clinton. Anderson County, you see a little bit of haze, a little bit of fog. Remember that we have a lot of fog showing up in Upper East Tennessee. So if you have travel plans, keep that in mind. For those that may be joining late, foggy conditions from, say, Tazewell to Rogersville, Tri-Cities to Greenville. That's where we saw some of the heaviest rain. That's where we saw the storms yesterday. That's where we saw also the flooding and the flash flooding that was occurring. All right. So we have some great photos to share with you. Apparently somebody saw a bear. Did you see the meteorite that fell out of the sky? Did you happen to capture that? If you did, send me a photo. Send me a video. Either email it to me, mike@eastnweather.com, or post it on social media. You can't post videos on the app, unfortunately. I wish you could, but just photos. And if you have any summertime photos, don't forget to upload those to Witcher's Pictures, because we're going to share some of those with you this morning. And Katrina says, yes, get the app. And Suzanne says, so grateful for your app while traveling this week in Florida. Yay! We rented a Jeep, had a top off, got a notification from your app, had enough time to get the top back on. Let's get that back up there, Suzanne. Back on before it hit with a huge storm. Yay! That's what I'm talking about. So you'll get a notification when lightning is within 15 miles, which gives you an idea. I better start paying attention. Then you go to the app, and then you can check out the interactive radar, which again gives you past, current, and then a future cast of like, how much time do I have? Is that lightning to my south and the storm's going to skip by to my south? Is the storm going to be moving its way into the area? And of course, the future cast is only as good as a model, but it picks up on the current wind speeds in the atmosphere and the current trajectory of that storm to give you an idea. The gremlins are sleeping this morning. Shall we, my friend? All right, we shall. Let's get to work with those national holidays today. I've not looked at them yet today. Some days I get a chance to, some days I don't. But I'd love to see your vacation photos too, so you can upload those to Witcher's Pictures, so we can share those, For those of us that can't take vacations this summer, I want to live vicariously through your vacation. All right, it's June 27th, so we're celebrating birthdays and events for today. Anybody have a birthday today? Any events going on this weekend? Come on, Felicia, I know you got something. Well, we have Movies Under the Stars tonight, right? I believe, Felicia, we got Movies Under the Stars tonight. Is tonight the scary movie night thing? Or, I don't know. Let me know, Felicia. All right, National Sunglasses Day. Amen to that. I don't know about you, but I don't have any sunglasses in here. They're all inside. I have to wear sunglasses. I've had LASIK. My eyes are really sensitive. I'll even wear them when it's cloudy, but cloudy skies even, can be bright still. IMO, in my personal opinion, IMPO. But yeah, National Sunglasses Day. Wear your sunglasses, water. You get the reflection. You can actually burn your retinas. You don't want to do that. And of course, you don't want to be going like this all the time, because that's going to age us. And then we're going to get suntan lines like with these wrinkles. Well, I got wrinkles anyways. But so yeah, wear your sunglasses. Grab some great ones. My kids got some really cool like razor sunglasses the other day. I'm like, those are pretty rad. I'd like to wear them. I said, I want to wear those for the 4th of July when we go out on the boat. Because we're going out on the boat with some friends for the 4th. And he goes, well, Dad, those are mine, first of all. And I said, well, that's true. And I have to wear a hat because I'm balding. Thank you. One day I'm probably gonna shave this head, and you're gonna have a bald Witcher. Ugh. Okay, I won't dwell on that. That's my personal problem, not yours. But yeah, I can't wear those his sunglasses are too big, so I can't wear them under a hat. Never wore a hat well, I did back in high school and middle school. I wore hats all the time, but I have not worn hats for years, and now, unfortunately, I got to wear hats. All right, it's National Onion Day. Don't cry about it. Don't cry about it. Do you like onions? Do you wear sunglasses while cutting onions? I do. I've not all the time, but every once in a while. And every once in a while, you'll get a really, really not pungent. I don't know the right word, but a really good onion that's going to just start. I guess pungent maybe. That's going to make you cry. Like start crying. You start cutting onions. Like I can't see. I'm going to chop off my finger. But I do like onions. Some can't do onions. My mom can't do onions. All right, National Ice Cream Cake Day. All right, I'll do that. Many of you may know that I don't like cake, but I can do an ice cream cake, right? Are you with me on that one? I think so. Everyone have a great day and awesome weekend. I've got to bounce before we dance. What? Aaron. All right, fine. Go have a great day. Always wear sunglasses. You have transition sunglasses. Nice. Thanks, Portia. She says, I love your sense of humor. I like to have fun. All right, it's National PTSD Awareness Day. Yes, this is an amazing day. And this is one of those days that, well, let's just see what it says. I know what PTSD is, but let's just see exactly what it says. Awareness recognizes the effects of post-traumatic stress disorder has on the lives of those impacted by it. So, interesting story, actually. My kids, we were in a boat a few years ago, a pontoon boat. Katrina, you should listen to this. You probably know by owning a pontoon boat. But we were on a pontoon boat, and my buddy was like, "You got a new." In long story short, we hit a wake from another boat, and the front of that pontoon went sinking in, like 5 feet underneath. Now it's not going to sink, I know that, but all of us were in the front. My kids, my wife, all of us. And all of us went floating, wallets, cell phones, water bottles, kids flying. Now, of course, we had life jackets on, but literally the front end of the boat was like 5 feet down. That was like 4 years ago. My kids still have PTSD of getting on a boat. I'm like, boat life is the best life. I love boat life. And they are petrified. But they still do it, but they're just anxious and nervous. And, you just got to get through it. We got to work through these things together, right? Takes time. PTSD takes time. And hopefully you can get over it if you have PTSD. It's National Orange Blossom Day. Nice. I love me some oranges. One of my favorite fruits in the world, but I can't eat them all the time. Super acidic. I get canker sores. I have since I was a little kid. My oldest kid, I should say, unfortunately, he got dad's bad genes, bad things, and he gets canker sores. We're like, dude, quit eating candy. Quit eating all those fruits. You can't do that. You can't do that. Lo and behold, Canker Sore City. And today is National HIV Testing Day. If that's something that you've been thinking about doing, it's always healthy to get certain tests done. And, maybe today's the day that you're like, all right, fine, it's HIV testing day, so maybe I'll get out and do that. All right, those are your national holidays for the day today. We got that live look of Anderson County to my north. That's to my north. Now we'll take you let's get the quality a little bit better. Now let's take you back outside to Fox Road Marina. Got a few clouds hanging out with us this morning. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, right? Should give us a nice sunrise here. 6:21. While we're on that screen, let's just check in. So some of you are going to see a nice sunrise because I think as that sun comes up, now I'm just pointing to the cameras, at the top right side of their screen, as the sun comes up, it's going to cascade a nice color on those clouds. Oh, here's a great one. Look at those. That's cool. Aren't these cameras awesome? Got a couple more cameras coming your way here soon. And some really, they're going to be some great views. Great views. There we go. Terror in the Woods is Saturday. Okay, sorry about that. Adams Nature Center. Doors and market opens at 7. Movies and Haunted Trail starts at 9. So that's Saturday. Hey, Betty. So Saturday, make sure you do that. Love onions. If you wear contacts, you won't cry cutting onions. It helps, doesn't it? Maybe that's it, Cheryl. You're so smart. Now, I've had LASIK for years, and then I went back to contacts for a few years. And then remember last year, I got my LASIK redone, but now I'm wearing a contact in one eye. That explains it. That is why this eye waters during when I cut onions, and this eye doesn't as much. Cheryl, you're so smart. All right, I got a couple of photos to share with you. It's 6:22. I don't want to keep you too long, but we do have some great photos to share with you. How about this one? Oh, hello. So this photo is sent in by, let's see if we can get this up here for you. This photo is sent in by Lisa. Lisa Gibson's, you're outdoing yourself, my friend. This is, okay, so she says, we had a visitor at my workplace this morning in Gatlinburg. I think he wanted to make an ATM withdrawal. Bump, bump, bump. Wait, wrong one. Oh, there it is. There's the right one. I had to find the right button. There we go. Lisa, just for you. I said I took this from inside the building, of course. Let's see. She had another one to share with us here. There we go. That's a cool one right there. How about that one? Lisa, you know I'm posting that to social media today. I'll tag you, of course, but I'm going to be posting that to social media. That's awesome. Oh, my gosh. Some new photos that just came in. This is amazing. Okay, Brian. Brian, let's see what he says on this one. Brian sent me one, said, vacation photo. Wait. Brian. Brian, you got to tell me where this is. I mean, I know you're skiing here, but let's see here. Let's get the whole photo on there. Looks like Brian and his wife. I'm assuming your wife. Anyways, but Brian. I don't know if you're on here this morning, but is that this summer vacation? Is that winter vacation? I'm not quite sure where that is. Is that Crested Butte? If it is, thank you for helping us cool down this morning. It's nice to see some winter photos so we can all cool down just a little bit. And enjoying the beach and Jeep for a couple days in Florida. Suzanne, of course, joining us this morning. And good friends of mine. Haven't seen you all in a while. I miss you all. We need to hang out. We always say that all the time. How many times do you say that to friends? We need to hang out. Jeep down, sunglasses on, vacation mode, full swing, and the beach off in the distance. That's what I'm talking about, Suzanne. That's amazing. But just remember that these are going to be temperatures that we're going to experience once again today. We're going to be another hot and muggy day today with a rising temperature. So wear the sunglasses, sunscreen. Woo! It is a scorcher. 'Tis the season, I suppose. Right? That was Crested Butte this last winter. I thought so, Brian. I was assuming. I figured you would have told me. Sorry, I got something in my eye. I assumed you would have told me, be like, yeah, man, we're taking a vacation down on the other side of the equator, so we can do some skiing. Good morning, sir. How are you this morning? Chris has got jokes all day long. Well, he barely had enough money or any money. Thank you, Chris. Jokes for days, my friends. Jokes for days. By the way, Suzanne, tell your hubby I said hi. We need to hang out. We text every once in a while. I'm like, dude, bro, come on. We gotta hang out. Carol, you're late. Oh, where did that meteor hit? Hey, listen, if you have video of the meteor the meteorite, whatever it may be, I don't know if it actually hit the ground here locally, but I heard it hit Atlantis, making it a meteorite, not a meteor. There's a difference, you know. If you have a photo of that, if you have photos of vacation pictures or family photos, or just share it with me so I can share it with everybody. We like to see. We want to live vicariously through your eyeballs. For those of us that cannot take those vacations. But I will say, as of right now, looks like next week, Friday, 4th of July, could be amazing. Could be amazing. Watch out for the showers and thunderstorms today. They're going to roll off the mountains, so look to the southeastern sky. They're going to roll their way kind of northwest. Tomorrow, they change direction. They'll kind of come in from the westerly northwest. but we will see elevated showers and thunderstorms all weekend long during the afternoon and evening hours. We have a risk for isolated strong storms throughout the day today. Of course, if you're joining on the app, I'll send you right back to the 24-hour channel. If you're on social media, click over to the app, and you can get the rest of your forecast if you joined in late. Or, of course, on the app, you get your daily forecast weather updates. And 1 Minute with Witcher on the app itself is coming up here momentarily. I sure hope you have a great day. Don't forget, Wake Up with Witcher tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Download, scan that QR code, download the East Tennessee Weather app. It's going to help you out. I promise you, the interactive radar is amazing. And I don't just say that because I didn't design it. I just own it. Have a great day. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Life is short. See you tomorrow.